Welcome back to Shake Sip Spill, where we're outside the home studio of Bushwick native Jenn, my nail tech, who I'm excited to share with you guys today. She's always been a creative, and she's had a fair share of her phases in life, but one thing that's always stuck with her has been her creativity. She's a very goofy girl who loves to laugh, and she still watches cartoons. Now, being a Brooklyn native, it makes sense that her favorite artist is the notorious B.I.G. However, one of the main things that anyone can tell you about Jen is how big her heart is and how much she cares for others and their feelings. Though it might have taught her lessons along the way, she wouldn't change who she is for anything in the world. She loves being herself and she loves to share and surround herself with others. So let's get into this interview. Today's guest's favorite cocktail is a Hennessy sidecar. Let's make it. It's a really simple cocktail to make. It's actually a classic cocktail. You're going to need your cognac, lemon juice, triple sec. In terms of tools, you're going to need your shaker, a jigger if you need help measuring, peeler, strainer, knife, and some regular white sugar. With this orange, we're going to use it two ways. We're going to cut a little that way and then connect that cut, taking that out, and now we have this. We're going to use this part right here to rim our glass. I'm only going to do a portion of the glass because some people like a sugar rim on their sidecar and some people don't. So this gives you the option to have it or not. I'm going to rub it very gently into the sugar. Do the same on the other. Next, we're going with our least expensive ingredients first. And this recipe used to be 2 ounces of spirit, 2 ounces of triple, and 2 ounces of lemon juice. It actually went through a lot of changes over the years. But the most classic one is 2 ounces of your cognac and then 1 and 1 of these two here. So we're going to go in with our triple sec, 4 counts, which is 1 ounce. Again, with these spouts, they're a little larger. It might seem like I'm counting fast. We're going to go in with a 4 count of lemon juice, 1 ounce. Then we're going to go in with 2 ounces of your Hennessy, which is a 8 count. Now let's double it up because I need to make one for me and my guest. Add your ice. Always add your ice last. If you add your ice first, you can't take anything out or start over. And give her a nice good shake. Your tin should be nice and frosty. That's how you know you got a good shake going. Grab your strainer. Hennessy sidecar. Now it looks short. I do have a larger glassware. It's also a 3-ingredient cocktail, so it's going to hit you very quickly. Now let's get into the garnish. A lot of people like to use lemon because we use lemon as that citrus. I personally like to use orange. We're going to use our fruit peeler. I think it helps cut through the lemon and also highlights the orange with the triple sec. And that is a Hennessy sidecar. Welcome back to Shake, Sip, Spill. I'm your host, the Spirit Curator, and today we are here with Jenn. Okay, wait. Calm down, Joseph. First, let's get into her drink. She loves herself a Hennessy sidecar. So let's cheers. Thank you for being on the show,
Thank
Jenn.
you for having me.
Of course.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Many thoughts in my head right now. First off, we didn't plan this.
We're just here.
We're just here.
We're locked in.
And like I want you to know this because this show I had in my head like that's happening. I had in my head and I came January something. I went to get my birthday set and I came to Jenn and I'm sitting down and I'm like, girl, I have this idea. Nobody's gonna want to see it. Blah blah blah. If you watched previous episodes, I've mentioned this story before. Like Jennifer was like, "What you mean no one's gonna watch it? I would watch it. That sounds fire. Hold on, wait. You could do this. You could do this. You could do this. Whole hour and 45, almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
That set took.
Yep.
Helped me bring it to life.
We was talking about everything.
We talked about. She helped me bring so many aspects of this show to life that I've joked that she should be some sort of co-owner of some sort. Maybe later down the line. Maybe later down the line.
Y'all gonna see me in the credits one day.
Jenn had no acrylic. Oh my God, no. But no, for real, we are locked in. Like I found Jenn, because I was tired of my nails looking like little boy hands. I'm a bartender, as you guys know, and I need nice nails. And acrylic always was doing my nails dirty. So I look up on TikTok just like Gel X and Bushwick, and she pops up. Easy. Also, for you new nail techs or nail techs, make it user friendly. I shouldn't have to go through 700 hoops to freaking like book with you guys. Super easy, super simple way to book. Prices for quality on top of that, phenomenal. The first time I went to go see her, I came in a week early. Like I knocked on her door.
Oh yes, I remember that. I do.
10 a.m. And I'm like, and she's like, hello? I'm like, I have an appointment.
Do you know how nervous I was when that happened?
How nervous I was. I was like, oh, now I look like a fucking idiot in front of this lady.
She's like, I have an appointment. And I'm just like, you do? With who?
With
like,
who?
I just didn't know what to say because I'm like, oh my God, did I mess something up on my end with the booking site? And then I started getting nervous. And I'm just like, I was just in shock.
No, I had to look. I said, oh, it's next week. Sorry. But yeah, that was quite embarrassing. But that is our origin love story. Just so you guys want to know how we met.
That's how it all started.
How I met your mother. But yeah, oh my God, you have. These are my nails.
Those are hers.
My hand's ashy. Don't look at that. But my nails, these are mine.
We worked very hard on them.
She worked very hard on them. I didn't do nothing. I paid for her expertise, and it's worth every bit of money.
Thank you.
Jenn, I love you. Okay, so speaking of your expertise, which is in the creative field, at which age did you realize that you were creative?
I don't know an age specifically. I feel like I always have been creative. Whether it was like, I think like where it started for me was playing with Barbies. And I would literally take my socks that like I don't have the other pair to it, and I would just start cutting like little holes and like make it a dress for the Barbie. So she was rocking her sock gown. Okay,
rocking her sock gown.
Yeah, okay. And I guess you could say that's kind of where it started, and I kind of like realized I was into like creativity.
That's pretty hands-on. Was it always hands-on? Because some people are like visual artists, some people are fashionistas, some people are like rappers or MCs, poets, which is not as physical. Was it always physical? Did you ever like the non-physical creative outlets that are there?
I think it's definitely been physical. The ones that's not physical would probably just be like little things that I enjoy. Like when I listen to music, I don't listen to lyrics first.
Okay.
I'm listening to the rhythm and the beat
Hello.
first.
I agree.
And like I really like I'm someone who can put their headphones on, blast it, and I'm just vibing. I'm in the zone.
I don't listen to lyrics because I can't catch them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really the same reason you have.
Yeah.
But I do also know that sometimes the lyrics do not matter at all in a song. Like as
Right?
long as that beat is beaten.
Right. And you're just like, ooh, I like this song.
Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I like that the lyrics are completely asinine. And I'm like, why do I like this song? But I know why I like this song. That beat.
Yep. See?
So you said in your bio that you had a lot of phases, and you also just said like maybe other things you would have done that are creative or just things that you just maybe liked. Mm-hmm. What are some of those phases? What are those other things that you like outside of music?
One of those phases was I was modeling for music videos. Yeah, so that's part of me living in Cali. I was living in LA for 3 years, and that was really where my modeling took off. Obviously, you have better scenery, better all that, so you have the better artists, which was very fun. I enjoyed it. It was a really nice phase to. Like it was a little moment in my life, and I'm glad I experienced it. And then it's like on to the next.
Wouldn't go back to that?
No, they're gonna have to pay me a good number.
Oh, you weren't getting paid before?
No, I was getting paid, but it kind of felt like the pay doesn't. I think even now the pay is still the same, unless you've built your like your connections with like other production companies or like directors. And more times than none, they're willing to pay you your rate as long as you're not overdoing it.
Okay, video vixen Jenn. Oh my!
Catch me in a few of them.
Hold on, wait a minute. Nah, I'm gonna get some links. Let's see if I can get her to share some of those links. We're gonna put them in the description down below. Wait, because I've never seen it. Because now I need to see it. Hold on, wait. If I have to see it 1st. Mm-hmm. I can't show them. They can't see it with me. I don't feel special if I share it with them.
Yeah, I'll show it to you first. Yeah, exclusive.
Because that's my nail tech.
Period.
I want y'all to book her, but also like, please just make sure I have a spot.
Let her book first, and then you guys can book.
Just ask her. Did Jalissa book yet for the month? No. All right, I'll wait. I just need the opportunity because
I'm gonna just start putting it in the bio. Jalissa has not booked.
No bookings accepted until Jalissa has booked.
There you go. I got you.
Just make it easy for me. Okay, so when did the actual pivot to nail tech, to nail creativity, to nail art, when did that actually happen?
That actually happened last year. I was working at a smoke shop. I did not like my boss. Not him specifically. I didn't like him as my boss. I didn't like the way he carried himself as one.
Do you like that?
And I just took that, and I was just like, I would go home and I'm just irritated, annoyed. I was working 12 hours a day. I was working 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay.
And yeah, I was just like, I sat there, and it was I remember it was in December, and I was like, you know what? My New Year's resolution is going to be to take one of my talents and really do something about it.
Yeah.
Most of the times I usually find myself where I scare myself out of my plans or my ideas. Well, I'll be like really excited in the beginning, and then like I start thinking about, what if this doesn't work, or what if they don't like it, or what if that, and the next thing you know, I stop doing it, or I start getting distracted by something else. So I was just like, you know what? No, I'm gonna discipline myself. Like we're going in for the kill.
Like, that happens so often. Like anyone who knows me knows that I love me a good passion project.
Yeah.
And I think that I've been through a lot of things where I've been like, I'm so into this. Like, I mean, investing money. We're talking time, money, whatever. Like, but there is something about taking something super seriously like this. Like I said, we talked about this at the end of January.
Yes.
It is now the third week of March. Yeah. We're 5 episodes down, and I'm booked out until the middle of May already. Like,
yes,
it's something about taking something seriously and like really seeing it flourish. Because a year, you said a year ago.
Yeah.
No way. No. We talk about sometimes when I'm here, when I'm not like yapping about work, about like the quality of your work. Like, sometimes I will come in and say, Jen, do whatever you have to do. I'll pay for it. Jen will be like, you want to look at it? No, I know it's good. Go ahead. I can fall asleep in this chair, and I know that, like, versus when I've gone to, like, not gonna specify any culture, but if you know, you know, and I know you know, those salons, it's just, you got to watch every single thing that they do because there's no passion behind it. There's no care.
It's the dollar amount that they're behind.
That's all they care about.
Which is kind of like when you find yourself getting service and there's something you don't like, they get offended that you don't like it. Or even if you was to say like, oh, that hurts, they get offended.
Yeah, oh,
and it shouldn't be that way, because first of all, getting your nails done should never hurt at no point at all. And if I'm telling you I'm uncomfortable, if I'm telling you I don't like something, don't get upset. Like, you know, this is your job to.
I've been there, especially with the pedicures. Like, the fingers not so, but the pedicures.
Oh, they get in there.
Oh my God! And I'm like, girl, like, stop filing you're filing my skin down, sis. Yeah. You have got to relax. Yeah. Like, and they do get offended. It's quite insane. Mm-hmm. Jenn was saying that she maybe might get into pedicures, and
I will.
And I was like, basically, she want me to move in because
come on,
I'm gonna be here all the time. Like, I said, she go every time. I'm
gonna just wake you up like, you ready for your pedicure?
Yes, I am. Yeah. Thank you. What are we doing today? Oh my gosh. So how did we get into nails though?
I started doing it on myself. I actually used to do it back when I was in high school. I used to actually do acrylic on myself. And I remember when I was living in my parents' house, my dad, he suffers from migraines. And so, like, certain smells would, like, trigger his migraines. Mm-hmm. So nail polish, you know, like the OG back in the day nail polish, no, forget about
formaldehyde and all that shit in it. Yeah.
So I used to wait till everybody went to sleep. My room was downstairs. I used to share with my sister. And once everybody was sleeping, I'll open the backyard door and I'll be sitting there squatting on the floor, filling my acrylic.
Listen, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, you gotta do it. But yeah, I started off doing it on myself. And then last year when I decided to take it seriously and really, like, go in for it, I started doing different stuff on my nails. Like, I did gel-X on myself. I did hard gel on myself. I really wanted to get the feeling of, you know, if I move the machine this way, how does that feel? If I move it that way, you know, especially because at the time I didn't have the money to go to nail school and really learn the correct way. So, you know, I was like, okay, if I'm going to mess up, I'm going to mess up on myself.
Right.
I'm going to cut anybody, I'm going to cut myself.
Because I need to PSA for my young nail techs, up and coming nail techs. Practice on yourself. You need to know, like she said, like the way that the curve of a nail feels, how deep or how
maybe the pressure that you're putting on the machine. You know,
like, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not a nail tech.
No, you got it. You got it though. You've been here long enough.
Oh my God. Girl, I'm gonna take your job, Jen.
It's okay, baby. Let me train you.
Okay. You know, it's actually very funny that you said that you used to do acrylic, because the next question was, as you guys can see, her social medias are all no acrylic. And as I've said, I have personally benefited from switching from acrylic, which were destroying my nail beds, to, bitch, these are my nails. Stop
like,
playing
no one
with
can
me.
tell her anything. Like, you can turn it around like, that's her gross.
That's me. That's hers. Oh my God. So, and then you also did bring up hard gel. So really quickly, before we get into the question, can you please explain the difference of acrylic, hard gel? I don't know. I've seen UV gel. I don't know what that is, if that's the same thing. And then gel-X.
Yeah. So you have the obvious, which is acrylic. Then you've got gel polish, which then from gel polish it branched out to something thicker, which would be soft gel or biab, which is just like a thicker gel. Okay. It's something that you would normally use for like an overlay if you have short nails and you just want like a little enhancement.
The BIAB.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen that before. Which is builder in a bottle. That's what it stands for. So then aside from that, you've got hard gel, which is technically the difference between that one and soft gel is hard gel, you cannot soak it off. You have to file it off. And then you have gel X, which gel X would be like a gel tip that goes over your entire nail. Some people call it press-ons, call it whatever you want. It's called gel X, and y'all are not about to downplay gel X because, yeah,
Period.
you know.
So I gotta say
if
it
you
again,
know, you know.
because let me tell you, I'm gonna say it one more time. These are my nails. That came. These have been
I think
out for going on a month now, right?
Yes.
So and then I saw you first in November, and when I say nubs,
you had these
stubs, baby. Like they were down bad, and I told her specifically the first time it was like a mini consultation. Also, like she low key was slick with asking me questions about like whatever with my nails, or whatever, and like why I wanted to switch. She's really fucking good. But yeah, basically it was like my nails are like really brittle, and they don't seem to hold like length because they don't like retain strength no matter what. There was a small stint where I was using like 5 different diamond strengthening nail polishes and all sorts of things. It was the only thing that was holding my nails together.
Right.
And then Jen was like, basically, just give us a couple of months and you'll be able to like just get a little bit of an overlay and use your real nails. These are the length of the first set of nails that I ever got with her.
As gel X, right?
As gel X. Like, and so November, December, January, February, and like I said, all of March, these were my nails. So in 4 months, I went from no nails to these. And there have been times when my real nails have broken. Hold on, we'll get into that because I do have a question about that. But she's been able to flex mommy. Okay. Sorry. So, why should we stay away from acrylic?
Okay, so to clarify, the name no acrylic is just so that you know that there is no acrylic here. That's basically it. Because when I chose to be a nail tech, I was like, I don't want to mess up with acrylic. It's just like the smell. Like the smell is really what got me. Like I can't see myself inhaling all those fumes throughout the day. So I was just like, I'm not doing no acrylic. I'm just gonna do gel. And my friend's like, oh, so like, what are you gonna name the business and stuff? And I was just started thinking. I was like, no acrylic. Like,
simple, very
straight to the point. Like,
straight to the point.
Why not? You know what I mean? Like, it's fun. It's an opportunity that I have to create a name for something that I'm doing. So I went with no acrylic. I felt like it's catchy. I felt like it's short and straight to the point. And I feel like it would create questions where people are going to be like, why did you name it that? Like,
acrylic?
Yeah, even my teacher, when I told her, like, Miss, like, my business name is no acrylic. She's like, you know you're eventually going to have somebody that wants acrylic, right? I'm like, why would they come to me asking for acrylic when the name is no acrylic?
Although we do know that common sense is very lacking in society, but okay. So with no answer on why we shouldn't not use acrylic. Oh, I was gonna say maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just am biased because I just don't like acrylic.
No, the sidecar is sidecarring. Okay, so not that you should stay away from acrylic. There's nothing wrong with it. There's actually acrylic in gel products as well.
Okay.
For example, you guys have probably heard of polygel.
Yeah.
Polygel is a mix of acrylic and hard gel.
Okay.
And which is why you're able to form it in the way that you want.
That makes
without
sense.
it like running off on the sides and stuff. It's just a mix.
Okay.
I just don't like acrylic because the obvious, the smell. Also acrylic, when you go to a nail salon, like a traditional one, aka the chop shop, a lot of the times they're not using actual acrylic that you should be using. They're using the old acrylic, which has an illegal ingredient called MMA, which some of you are probably familiar with.
But wait, if not, because I have no idea what that is. Please explain for us non-knowers.
I got you.
Please.
I went to school for this. So MMA is basically an ingredient that has been used for repairing bones.
And that's going on.
Exactly. So basically, you see how strong bones are. So that ingredient being in acrylic, like the powder, what that did was people were now having, your finger will catch on the door or something and you'll have injuries. Yeah. Now what would happen is the entire nail would pop off with your natural nail, or it would crack off. Usually you would see that anybody who got hurt with the acrylics on, half of their nail pops off.
Yes,
The reason behind that is because you have MMA in it, and MMA is so strong because it's used for bones. It's so strong that it won't separate from the nail plate once you have an injury. And so there was a lot of complaints to the state board, and the state board looked into it, and they're just like, we got to get rid of that ingredient. So that's why it's illegal. And I think that that's why a lot of the times when you go to a nail salon and you ask for a soak off, they're not soaking you off because it's very annoying to do. It starts getting gooey. And you're trying to scrape it off and it's just stretching out.
I actually remember back in the day going and getting, like, when they would do soak offs and it being like them constantly having to come over with the file and put it back in, put it back in, have to come back out. That's
and then
crazy.
Eventually it became the Metro card. Yes. They're just like, I'm gonna just pop it off.
Oh, my friend Kira, she literally was like, she went to a thingy and was like, she wanted a soak off, and they refused to soak her off. Like refused. It was,
because they knew what was going on in there.
That's crazy, y'all.
Yeah. So now that's one reason why I would steer away from acrylic, especially if your preference is, nothing wrong with your preference, but if your preference is to go to a nail salon, understand that their prices are lower, or you know, it's convenience as well. You can just walk in and get your nails done.
maybe that, but honestly, not even. The prices are quite insane for the lack of consistency, lack of care, and the fact that they are always rushing. They're always rushing. I had a coworker who was training to become a nail tech, and like no shade to like her school, but like her thing was when she did like a regular set, she had to be done in 45 minutes. So she did like an encapsulated set, she had an hour and a half to do it. Like there was always a maximum amount of time that she had to do that, because it was like your toner needs to be quick if you want to make money. And it's like, I think that yes, obviously you want to have a maximum time in order to make money,
right? Because you want to schedule yourself.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maximize your time, make the most amount of money,
right?
100%. But when the quality and the care of it starts to like lessen,
mismatch,
to that, and you're still charging me as if you did give me quality, that's the problem.
That part.
Their base price is their base price. It doesn't matter the quality that they give you that time. It doesn't matter. The price is this, and that's it. And they be, one week you go there, it's $90. The next week it's like, oh no, it's always been $96. It's always,
like,
I don't care that you hear the accent. You know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't care.
Now they gotta bring the lady from the back, and the lady gonna come and say something else.
The one person who speak actual English, and all of a sudden she's like, okay, this time I give you $10 discount. But no, I'll never go back.
Like, forget it.
I'll never go back. All right. So we know that you go to school. You said it. I know it. I love that for you. Because we want to big up. Go to school.
And like, I'm done. My last day of class was on Monday.
So when are you coming to the job? I mean,
I need to fill up. Let me check my schedule for next week.
Sorry, y'all. But yes, go to school. Always work to enhance your craft.
Absolutely.
And that's why, you see, it just worked out, because the question was gonna be, how do you balance school, work, and having a social life? Because she's been saying she's gonna come to the job to me and my coworker for months now. We're talking like after the second time I came, she was my best friend. I was like, come to the cookout, come to my house. Do you want to sleep over? Like, that's how instantly. Okay. And she has not pulled up yet. So, but I can only assume, as somebody who works myself, I'm doing this passion project, and you know I want to have a social life.
Right.
It's hard to fucking maintain all these things and like have fun doing it, because when you can maintain it, but then sometimes it's like you're not having fun maintaining because it's still so fucking stressful.
Exactly.
And so, how do you do it, if you do it, and if you have any advice on how to do it?
Honestly, it was difficult in the beginning because I found myself just like, even when I first started, because I had no clientele and I needed clientele, my schedule was available every day.
Yeah, whenever.
Every day, whatever time you want to come to me at 4 a.m, come on. Like, I need the client. I need content so I could post and show people that I do this and what I do, you know? So I didn't have any like days off or anything like that. But then it reached a point where I started to catch myself, and I'm like, my body was actually
Yeah.
tired. And I was just like, all right, I need to dedicate a day to myself.
Yeah.
So now I blocked off one day.
Yeah.
Now I've reached the point where I had caught myself a few times where I didn't eat breakfast. I missed lunch because my clients are back to back, or I have other things to do, my doctor's appointments, dentist, or whatever. Life, yeah. So I haven't done it yet. It's funny I'm about to bring it up, but I am going to, and I do suggest that any other creative or someone who does have a busy schedule, dedicate an hour and a half for yourself at least, so that you can have some lunch. If you miss breakfast, now you can catch up and get a really hefty lunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, like health is wealth. It's like really important.
Yes, mental health, physical health, emotional health.
Everything.
If you are not operating on your not highest, but at least your best, you know, like spigots to move in life, then things are always gonna be rough. And like I fully like the body thing. Like I think the last couple of times I've went to sleep, maybe minus last night, but maybe the last couple of times I went to sleep, I've slept for maybe 11, 12 hours. I'm exhausted. I don't.
You gotta catch up.
Exactly. I don't feel exhausted in my brain. I kind of go home.
But your body does.
And I go to. I'm waking. I'm normally up. Ask this guy. I'm up at 7, 8 o'clock most of the time. And lately I've been getting up. Woke up at 12:30 one day, and when I woke up, I was like.
You're like, I slept through the day.
Who am I? What's going on? Oh my God, I missed everything. Like, I'm just not, I'm between my regular work schedule.
Yeah.
Posting on my TikTok, which I hit 1K, girl.
I
hit 1K. Make sure you guys follow me.
Period.
I'm gonna put that down there.
Yeah.
And follow her too. Also, period.
Y'all already know what the handle is. No acrylic.
Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, it's so hard. Like, I had an interview last week on Thursday. I told you.
Yeah.
That Thursday, I went to go get a wax. Then I came to see you and got this set done.
Yes.
Then I went to go see Lorena and another coworker. Dropped Lorena off at work. I had about 40 minutes to kill. That was my little hour and a half, you know, before. Got myself a drink or two. Then I had to go do an interview where, as you can see, the setup it's not a quick and easy setup,
it's not just okay, sit down, ask the question, let's go.
There's a lot that goes on. So and then after that, then you still chill after that. Then I had to go home. Then I worked Friday, and then I had an event Saturday. Then I worked Sunday, and I worked Monday, and I worked Tuesday.
Not to mention that commuting on its own in New York City.
Oh my God,
which drains you.
We're talking with my big suitcase. Like today is very light. The other day we had whiskey, tequila, melon liqueur. 1, 2. We're talking 6, 7 bottles,
and the weight of all of that.
The weight of that, and then an additional bag of and then up and down the stairs, and then we're exhausted. And I mean, us hard-working entrepreneurs, we see you. We're here. You're not alone. Trust and believe that the outcome will be worth it. We're talking 1 year, and phenomenal. I mean, she's eating y'all bitches up. I'm just saying. I'm only a month and a half in, and like I said, I feel very confident in this. Everybody hasn't been enjoying it.
Yeah, and I can tell you've really been enjoying it too. Because it's like, think about it. If you weren't enjoying it, all of that hassle and carrying the suitcases and doing this and bouncing from place to place,
I would stop.
You would have just stopped. But
like
because you're passionate about it, and it's like, it is so beautiful to see the passion that people have for certain things that they're interested in. Because it's just like, yo, like you could really, like, we're in 2025. You can make something out of anything. You could have a pen and turn that into something.
Anything. And it was funny that we talked about it, because I had a my first guest was just like, when I told him about this, it was like, that's what happens if you just don't hate. You said, I see, I believe, and you weren't even like, oh, I want to be on it. The first thing she said was, I would watch that. And I said, girl, you're gonna be in the fucking show.
And I was like, oh,
wait, why would you even like? So it's like, Jen, could never thank you enough. Like honest. Okay, we are both very empty, so we're gonna take our little break.
Catch up.
We're going to have another round, and we're gonna finish up the interview. And as you guys know, we have trivia coming up.
Oh.
Only one has done well, so let's see if Jenn can.
Oh my goodness! I gotta put my thinking cap on.
Yeah, you're gonna need to. So we're back.
Mm-hmm.
Cups are full. Ooh. Ooh. Adult liquor make you do some things. So Hennessy is a hell of a drug, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And when you drinking hen dog, that's not something that you sipping at home. So I want to assume you're more of a social drinker than you are somebody who just sitting, sipping at home. Maybe not so much of a, because I also know you smoke, but but the hen dog is a social.
It
drink.
is. Like, I feel like you have to be in a setting for that. Like,
that's not.
You can't just be like, oh, like, can you make me a Henny drink? Like, that's just not.
I'm not just sitting in the crib and just sipping Henny, bro. Absolutely not.
Honestly, absolutely the not. Only Henny that I could sit at the house and sip on, obviously, like with a chaser and stuff, is white Hennessy.
You know, I've actually never had white Hennessy.
Do you want to?
How? Yeah, I want to.
Do I get up now or do I wait till
We'll be right back.
But like right back, like don't move.
I have never had white. Have you ever had white Hennessy?
So this is white Hennessy. She's fresh out the freezer.
Oh, she's cool. She's okay. You do the honors, please.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm fucking excited.
I hope you guys do like it.
Oh, that's coming out like syrup. So just so you guys know, when you guys freeze liquor, it doesn't freeze obviously because alcohol doesn't freeze, but it does get a nice syrupy consistency, like this. Yeah, it's not gonna be as thin. I don't know, just a little fun science fact. Do I know the science? No, but that's what happens. Anyway, bottoms up.
Here's yours.
Thank you, Jill. Let's go.
Yep. Right?
Baby.
Oh. Yeah, next time I go out the country, I'm gonna have to bring you a bottle because
there's no sponsorships because, but baby Hennessy, if you ever want to send me a bottle,
with open arms, we here.
Send this one. I will make cocktails galore.
Oof.
Girl. Okay.
Delicious, right?
Oh.
It's so smooth. Like it's just, and I could see why they kept it very exclusive to like overseas.
Yeah, like
because first of all, this is something right? Like I feel like if they made it available in the US as the same thing as like regular Hennessy and stuff, it's not gonna be as special because you can always just get it. But also, like I really like that they have it that way because it's just very unique. Like I don't know how to explain it.
I mean, I think this might be the first time that white is better than black. Because I've had that black Hennessy and it's good. Don't get me wrong. The palm colors, they go. Shit. Wow, that was fucking good. I was gonna say, how did you get into Hennessy? But if that was the first type of Hennessy you ever tried, I see.
The first type of Hennessy was like that.
Now I'm into Hennessy. Yeah. Holy shit!
So good.
Oh my god. Okay. How'd you get into Hennessy? Because she's a big girl.
Yeah, she is. Honestly, I think I got into Hennessy because my dad always had a bottle of Hennessy VSOP in the house. Mm-hmm. Always. Okay. And every time we would like sit outside in the not Jenny, more like, okay, Pablo. Like but you know what they say, like father like daughter, like and I'm a daddy's girl. So just watching and seeing that be around consistently, like I don't know, I guess it maybe tempted me to like actually try it.
It's what it would be the first thing that you would
try. Yeah. And I think when I first started experimenting with Hennessy, I think I liked how it made me feel, and I just liked it. It was like I didn't mind the flavor.
Yeah, nice little dopamine hit. It's not that Hennessy is nasty because cognac is delicious, especially a really good cognac. It's made from grapes for the most part. It's much more on the sweeter, decadent side. Yeah, it's really nice. Sweet. A lot of cognacs and brandies are like aperitifs at the end of a meal. You get yourself a nice little snifter of a really good like aged Hennessy or whatever. You just kind of sip that after, your meal. It helps you digestive and relax, so it's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. It's just Hennessy is like Patron. Patron at one point was probably good tequila, and then it became the only tequila that people knew.
Right.
And now
It became
it's
like a
disgusting.
trend. Like,
Yes.
oh, I got the Patron. And I
It's
don't like
disgusting.
Patron.
It's absolutely
It's like hand
disgusting.
sanitizer.
It's really bad. And then we've had Don Julio. And Don Julio, so far, is still keeping up with
It is.
its level of, whatever, of quality.
Right.
Especially with it being like the Don Julio summer 2 fucking years ago. Now it's Don Julio Reposado, apparently, because, they haven't picked a better
I've never been a
tequila
fan
yet.
of Blanco, though.
Actually, I'm not a big fan of tequila. Most people, if you watch the show, I always bash tequila. Tequila
Right.
is not my friend. Don't like it. Will never like it. It always does terrible things to me. She doesn't like me. I don't like her, and we don't get along. But I will say that I do. Maybe it's because I don't like tequila before the tequila lovers bash me. I do enjoy a good Blanco more than I like a Reposado or Añejo. But I feel like that makes sense. Why would I like something that's even more fermented, even more something that I don't already like?
Yeah, that's true.
So I feel like it kind of makes sense. But yeah, Añejo, absolutely. I'm not drinking that. Not drinking that.
Me.
I don't like that.
I don't like añejos, and I don't like any mezcals.
I hate mezcal.
That smoky. Ugh, it's disgusting.
It tastes like foot. Mezcal is like fucking Fritos. It smells terrible, and it leaves this weird lingering taste and thing in your mouth that you cannot get rid of.
Yes,
no matter how much
right? That smoke. Ugh.
No mezcal. I don't care what it is. Not La Vida, not Banez, not 400 Conejos. None of them. I can name. None. I all of you guys. I'm so sorry, but I never want you to sponsor me. Ever. Ever.
Please don't even think about it.
I will never do you right. I will always do you dirty. Leave me alone. Oh fuck! Like wow, mezcal is so nasty.
It is.
Give me your best drunk story.
Ooh,
because I think I gave two. My first one was pretty rancid. It was a pretty bad one.
Oh yeah.
And then I tempered it down. I'll give him a couple more episodes before I give him another one.
Okay.
I don't want to scare anyone away.
Honestly, oof. I've had a few.
Ain't it like that?
Best. Did I say best or maybe like? I'm not gonna say best because I don't even know. But I will say one that was different. College experience.
Okay. Where'd you go to college?
I went to Farmingdale State.
Okay.
Which is in Long Island. Very small college. Very small amount of people that dorm, which also like brought us together. Like everybody knew everybody. We used to wild out. So, okay, being that it's in Long Island, they're more careful when it comes to the roads in the winter time or whatever. Black ice. So it was already set that they were going to cancel classes for Wednesday. Cool. What does everybody do? Start planning shit.
Of course.
So now I had my different groups of people. You have like your black friends, you have your Spanish friends, you have your white friends.
Yep.
It was the white people. The white people said, yo, we are having beer Olympics at 9 a.m. Pull up to this suite.
Sounds like white college kids.
And so what did we do? We fucking show up. We had teams and everything. Like it was really Olympics
at 9 a.m. Sounds crazy. I'm trying to do that. Anybody trying to do that and pull up, let me know. I'm comment down below.
Look, I'll be there and be the scorekeeper if you want.
She said never again.
No, basically, like everybody was drinking. We had beer pong, flip cup, you name it. We had a bunch of games and stuff like that. Next thing you know, why the hell am I funneling whiskey from a funnel? Whiskey.
And it was that cheap, bad whiskey.
More than likely, I don't really remember. All I remember was like beer Olympics started. I'm funneling whiskey. Now I'm in the bathroom throwing up. And then we're like, it's 12 p.m. We're like, all right, we need food. I needed food bad. So they're walking me to the campus center, and I'm just standing there. I forgot who was holding me like on my arm so I could hold up. And I'm just there like our campus center had like a bunch of different food options. So it was like pizza, you get a custom sandwich, or you get like home food, like kind of like chicken, rice, and then you got like burgers and fries. So I go to the sandwich section. I'm like, I need white bread. Can I get turkey? This, that. Y'all, I don't know. Like that was just crazy. Like we were really like.
But
honestly,
do you remember when you woke up? Because I'm sure that you passed out at some point.
I didn't. I threw up, and then after that, that's when everybody decided, like, yo, we have to go get food.
And then that was it. You guys didn't go back and drink after?
I didn't. They did.
Oh, they rallied.
For white people. No offense to my white people.
No.
I'm just saying, like, that was the experience. That's what happened.
Now, let's be real.
They're insane.
Stereotypes are what I love to tell people, because I have a large, diverse group of friends of all different sorts. Yeah. White and Latin.
Literally,
and whatever.
I have all kinds of friends.
Stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. There are some that I live up to.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that there are some you live up to.
Yeah.
It happens. Y'all niggas are crazy. Especially when it comes to partying. I don't care. I have a white coworker, Jolene.
Oh, Jolene!
I was just out with Jolene.
Yeah.
And we went to this gay bar. And Jolene's dropping it like it's hot. And she,
oh, I wish I was there.
Girl, you have to go.
Y'all gotta tell me next time y'all go out.
Like, yo, they're fucking crazy. So I'm sorry. It's nothing bad. But sometimes, if the shoe fits, baby, the shoe fits. That's all I'm gonna say. Now, college experience, doing the math, you were maybe under 21?
Maybe, or more than likely.
Mm-hmm. So when was your first sip? Because most of us,
like my first sip in like liquor.
Yeah. Oh God! Oh no!
Okay,
oh, no.
all right. Look. So being Dominican, right? You're not of age to drink when you're 21. You're of age when your parents says, yeah, you could have some. Not saying my parents were letting me drink, because my parents, honestly, I think my parents did a really good job when it came to like raising me and like setting boundaries with certain things. But I used to drink a little bit of wine when I was much younger. I don't remember the age. I think I shouldn't even say the age, because I don't want people to come for me or my parents. But it wasn't anything crazy. Like, it was monitored, and it was like.
But I've heard that though, that like, especially in the Latin culture, that like it's not like they're feeding their kids alcohol.
No,
guys. Like,
definitely.
Let's be real.
Because trust me, you walk in drunk, your mom is going to whoop that ass.
Let's be real. But they do. You guys are in parties. It's a culture thing about it being social.
Yeah.
And that, like, that's kind of how it's introduced a little bit. I have a little bit of sangria.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of the Corona. I have a little bit of whatever.
I don't know if y'all ever heard of this before, but there's some families that let's say you have a newborn and they're teething.
Yeah.
You put liquor on their gum. It numbs. It helps them. That's obviously you're not soaking your finger with a bunch of liquor to make the baby drunk, but it is a thing.
Too, like, my guest literally was like, the reason he likes gin is because, back when he was younger, we didn't have the newfangled things to like.
Yeah, we didn't have them little things. You pop the Q-tip and you rub it on. We didn't have that. We had to make do with what you got.
And then they got them tired. Yeah. They went to sleep. The pain went away.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. But no, that's exactly.
But I remember one time I literally, like I said, I think I said it before, I'm a daddy's girl. I've always been. One time I was waiting for my dad to come home. Like I said, I'm very familiar with the fact that he will always sip his Hennessy or whatever from time to time after work, a long day. I really sat there and waited for my dad with a glass of wine, one for me and my dad's drink. And I literally just waited for him on the couch, like waiting for him to come home. And I was just like, she's obsessed with her dad. Like, oh my God. But yes, around that time frame was when I had like my first little liquor sip.
And then when did you start drinking when you knew you weren't supposed to be drinking and knew that you shouldn't come home being drunk? This the
First of all, I just want to say,
nobody watched this part. If you know Jenn and you shouldn't know what
If
she's
you're
about
my
to
mom or my dad, don't watch this part.
come back in about 45 seconds.
Okay, so it was for prom.
Mm-hmm.
So prom, my dad, the upstairs apartment was empty. The tenants that were there had moved out, so it was just fully empty. So I asked my dad, I was like, hey dad, like after prom, can me and my friends come to the house and like we have chips and stuff, whatever. No way, I lied. It wasn't that day. I mean, we did drink that day. But the first like wild one, while my parents was downstairs, was for my 18th birthday.
That while they were downstairs, you're a wicked.
It was for my 18th birthday, and my cousin was part of it. He bought all the liquor.
Cousin,
he bought
cousin, comment down below. You the goat, cousin.
No, yeah, he literally bought liquor and stuff like that, y'all. I had an amazing 18th birthday.
Good.
I was drunk, but like good enough. Like I wasn't like throwing up. I didn't throw up at all. None of that. It was like a good experience. But yeah, that was the first one where I really like got drunk, and I was just like, oh my god. Like I think my earring fell off my ear, and it was on the floor. Some way somehow I ended up stepping on it, so the earring went into my heel. And I was so drunk, and I was just like, oh my god, I think I stepped on my earring. And my cousin was like, hold on, because he's also my god brother, so he was Timaya's little sister. So he's like, oh my god, come here.
Let me take care
and he was just like, ready, I'm gonna pull it out. He pulled it out, and I was like, oh, I'm so happy. And I was just, that's how you know I was really drunk. Like it went from oh my god to oh, okay,
thank you,
appreciate it. Thanks for the liquor for my birthday.
Cousin, you the goat.
For real.
I think that I wasn't really like, I want to say it's like that you're a bad kid or a bad girl or boy or whatever. If but you didn't necessarily be drinking, right? My mom did everything she could for the most part to keep me like occupied or whatever. Around 16, I got a boyfriend who like, he's basically like Voldemort to me. Like he who should not be named. Like because there were not many like full relationships I've been in.
Yeah.
But being the first one, oh god, he caused trauma that I'm still working through to this
god.
day, you fucker. Anyway, I wasn't drinking or anything. I was like in sports. I specifically went to Andrew Jackson, which at the time it still is called Humanities and the Arts. But for like gymnastics, my coach, shout out Mr. Steinberger.
Wait, Mr. Steinberger? What? He's white?
Yeah.
What does he look like? Does he have glasses?
No.
Does he have like locks or no?
No.
Why the fuck did I have a gym teacher named Mrs. Steinberg?
Oh my god, don't scare me. I was like, oh my god.
I was about to say, and around the time frame he was my gym teacher, he was trying out to do. Okay.
No.
All right,
definitely not. Miss Steinberg worked with the inner borough schools, not the fancy kids. Sorry.
We weren't fancy. It was a public school.
No, we weren't. But you were fancy. We were in the city. Like to us in Queensville.
Look, I knew I was in the city when I went to the lunchroom. Bitch, we had forks, knives, and spoons.
Stop playing
plastic ones, yeah. Not no sporks. I was
we
like,
had sporks.
I like it here.
And our burgers were in plastic bags because they were microwaved, and they were just puffed up. Yeah, let's talk about it. And you had to pay for that. Anyway, let's talk about it though.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So yeah, fuckers, and that's probably why we were fucking drinking at fucking 16. Hey, fuck. Do you think it's easier for kids to drink now? Because like, no shade, no tea, they're like 6'4",
bro,
and like mustache, the breast and the ass.
You know what they look like? You remember the 90s movies we would watch, and they were in high school, but they're like,
yes,
that's them.
In real life, but
in
you
real
guys
life.
are actually in high school.
Because when I went to high school, freshman year, I looked like I was like 5 years old.
I look back at my pictures and I'm like, I look like I was 14. I
looked like my age. 15. I just stopped playing with Barbies.
Like, what do you? And I feel like between that, the music, the clothing style,
the music is the biggest impact of all, and I've always said it. Even when it comes down to day-to-day relationships, like just being a lover girl is so matter of fact, no, being a lover boy is difficult in this time frame. Back then you had LL Cool J, like, oh yes baby, I love you, I want to make you my girl, and I want to walk outside with you,
and like being proud of that, being sad when you left.
Nowadays, what are the lyrics? The lyrics are telling you to, oh yeah, I got hoes and I got this and I
fuck y'all, get the new bitch.
Yeah, my baby mama, fuck her. And then
LL Cool J had J. Oh,
Falling on the head.
Proud is what you have, baby girl. Look what you
have.
have.
You know, like, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, New York stand up. Oh my God. No,
but yes, I do
100%.
feel like it definitely is easier for kids, well, younger kids to drink nowadays because it's just like they look like adults.
And a lot of
they
bars,
act like it. And their parents are actually very much more lenient than what our parents
100%. Because while I don't have kids, and ideally I would like to like gentle parent and certain things like that. You know what I mean? Like
I would gentle parents to a certain extent.
But to a certain extent. And the way that some of these kids' parents are just like, no, they're young kids. Let them just live their life. No, baby. Put some fucking boundaries on them. That's why they run around like fucking animals.
I'm gonna let you live your best life, but you better be here by 11 o'clock at night.
You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna say like my mom used to be like when the street lights come on. That's 8 p.m. You're 16. I can give you a little bit more.
You know what, too? I just thought of it. What changes everything also is the fact that back then we didn't have cell phones.
On top of that,
versus now the kids they got phones, they got Apple Watch.
I with my friend. Here's my location.
Here's my location. Boom. You know what I'm saying? But back then, we had to bring that ass home.
And then if you got home on time and everything was done, you'd be like, "Mom, can I go outside for another hour?" She'd be like, "Cool, you got another hour."
And she gonna check.
Be back at 9 p.m.
You gonna be from this corner to that corner.
That corner on top of that, and then yes, exactly. She lengthens where you
That's what I'm saying. So I think that all of that adds into it, and I think that's why, again, it's easier for kids to do certain things that they're doing now, including drinking, because it's just like you have more freedom. You okay, babe? Discovered the hack, and her eyes are open, mad big, and she just got these 2 tears just hanging, and the camera's down here. And she's like, if it doesn't touch your face, it doesn't count. And then she cries and it just drops on the floor. She's like, oh, I got it.
That's it. I'm telling you, I just try to just angle it to like the side so I can just like, all right, cool.
These are things guys will never understand.
Never understand.
Ever.
Like but yes, the youth them, y'all need to take a second, be kids. One of the biggest things I've learned.
Breathe some fresh air and touch some grass.
As I was growing up, all I wanted to do was be an adult. And baby, take it back. Take it back. I
want to be home playing Barbies and worrying about colors.
Please, I take it back. I don't like it. I don't want it. 10
it's
out
real
of 10
ghetto out
recommend.
here.
It's real ghetto out here.
And they used to tell me all the time, oh, when I was your age, I wanted to be my age so bad, and I want to be your age. And now look at me. I'm gonna be her saying the same thing to somebody else.
At this current moment, I say back in my day. At this current moment, I say, oh damn, the new modernized ways of things. I'm calling things modern.
Like we're gonna be at the barbecues, like, oh, this is my song.
The other day, I put on a playlist. And I was like, yo, they don't make music like this,
right?
Oh.
Come on. Y'all artists need to get it together. Y'all really gonna let Cash Cobain do everything?
God. 47 remixes of the same song.
Like,
I don't want your support either, Cash Cobain. I don't care. Anyway. All right. If you had one power.
I thought you was gonna say one wish. If I had one wish. Sorry, my ADD is kicking bad right now.
No, we gotta go to karaoke or something like that.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say therapy.
Oh no, well, I mean, I think most of us might need a little therapy, but I
a field trip to the. Come on, guys, go to the therapist.
I do like to live in Delulu land, and I was ignoring therapy and saying we should just spend money, get drunk, and go sing songs from the 2000s.
So we get high, so we smoke weed. Look,
which we did before.
It's not our fault.
Okay. One power.
Okay.
What would it be?
Like superpower?
Yeah. No real limitations. You know what I mean?
Okay. I think I would want the superpower to teleport.
Really? Why?
Because you can never make back time. Like at first, I was gonna say the power to read minds, but I feel like curiosity killed the cat, and you're gonna destroy a lot of shit.
That's
with
true.
That. So I would much rather be able to teleport from place to place because it's like, you know, when you're running late, you're just like, oh my God, here go the L train. We got a delay, blah, blah, blah.
Time to a certain extent.
You know what? Home. And now I'm home.
No place like home. No place like home.
You feel me? Like, Bring me to Jalissa. Hurry up.
Boom, boom,
Hurry
boom,
up.
boom, boom.
Boom. Up. Now we having a drink. You get what I'm saying?
I feel like I hear you. I think I always end up going back to being invisible because I feel like
that one's really good.
That gives me the best of both worlds. I can hear what's in people's minds because I can hear their private thoughts.
Yeah.
I can see business transactions or hear conversations.
You want to see the business transactions?
Now I'm saying because that can do stocks because I know people who's selling, who's not selling.
You need to use the invisibility thing and go next to the white people.
This is what I'm talking about.
The sugar daddies.
Just and figure out exactly what it is.
What do you do for real though? Like
let me see the stocks and bonds. And
stocks,
I'm gonna invest in the same spots. I'm gonna know when to pull out, when to put in. I can pervert.
We know we here.
Just all those things. Like if I could sell presidential secrets. Don't deport me because I'm American. You cannot deport me back to America.
Baby, Trump. What? I'm telling the aliens everything.
Don't let me get abducted. There's a higher chance of me being abducted and selling New York secrets than it is for TikTok to sell American fucking United States government secrets. Right. So don't ever ban TikTok again. Can I just sidebar?
Oh yeah, when that was going on, she pulled up to her appointment and she was very, very destroyed. And I was like, oh my god,
I was distressed.
I feel so bad. I can't help.
Distressed.
And then she found out we got it back, and she was like,
I will not thank President Trump, but TikTok is bad. You understand? Like I made TikTok videos that I will never post to sit in my draft, but I was so excited. Oh, I was so excited.
Right.
Okay, so we're down to our last question before we get into our trivia. It's the same question I ask everybody because it's my favorite controversial question.
Okay.
What's your least favorite type of liquor? Like vodka, gin, whatever. Like, what's your least favorite? Doesn't have to be a brand, just in general.
Well, I was ready to say a brand. Like, get that thing out of my face. I think I would say vodka simply because I've noticed when I do have vodka, I do get a little headache.
Okay.
But aside from that, when it comes to brands, Casamigos, what are you doing? Like, for real.
Calling you out. And I'm gonna let
her do it. Like, y'all literally had what, one summer of a run in New York City? And then after that, it was done. We got the little done.
Because actual good tequila that
it just tastes better. Like, I just feel like Casamigos tasted like
it was very sweet
like,
and like
very like sharp,
weird tasting,
and it threw me off. And like I kind of shifted to Reposado, but it just still wasn't like when I take Casamigos Reposado and I take Don Julio Reposado, totally different.
Yeah,
I taste the difference. I feel the difference.
Like Casamigos, you're the new
Patron.
Too sharp. You're new
Patron
you're
for
just
real.
like you got up there and you
Patron been gone. That's for the 18-year-olds.
Yeah, like people like Patron is not even expensive anymore. You can go to like Costco or like big warehouses and get like big double boxes of Patron for like a really good price compared to like,
That's how you know.
Compared to like Don Julio and Don Fulano, like I can like
once they start putting you on sale, it's time for you to
like people
pack it up.
They know Patron is gonna sell for certain cultures, black people, but. And so they put it on sale, you know what I mean? Especially during certain times. They say, well, they put Hennessy on sale. Like, Hennessy's not often on sale, but during, like, Memorial Day weekend or where there's going to be a barbecue or something like that, 4th of July, you could see some sales on Hennessy. A little drop of $5 and $6. They know who they demographic is. They know who they want.
Know.
So, again, Hennessy. I might be fucking with you, though. Okay. Now, if vodka is your least favorite, what zodiac sign equals vodka for you?
Okay, to be fair, I'm not too into zodiacs like that. Like, I just know what I am. I know what my friends and families are. Like, you see how some people could point out characteristics and be like, oh, that is such a Taurus thing to do. I don't know that.
Yeah. No. I've had a guest say the same thing, and I kind of relatively feel the same thing. I think that people still somehow, though, form an opinion on these certain zodiac signs because they still have to deal with them on that day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's okay.
It's just like, how do y'all know the characteristics for each zodiac sign though? Like, how do y'all know? Which I get it. If I do start doing the research on it, I will be able to answer my own question. But
I don't care that much to do the research. So
I don't like doing research.
I like that. It gives me school.
Exactly, and that's why I just be like, I just want people to answer my question and just tell me real quick, like, oh, we know because this, and that. That's it.
Like, pick a sign. I need what in your experience.
Okay.
Your least favorite sign.
Let's see. Let me think of somebody who I don't like.
Yeah. That would be the
are.
Then there you go. That's what I do.
Who do I not like?
who do I not like?
Let's see. There's a few Scorpios I don't like, but then I feel like there's Scorpios I like. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard, and I've always been that in between person. You
undecisive. Yeah. An indecisive queen you are.
Like, when I go to the deli and I get a bagel with cream cheese, like, don't put too much, but don't put too little. Why? Come on, you acting like you've never been to Dunkin' Donuts and you got a bagel with cream cheese and you take a bite and all the cream cheese is coming out the side. It's still cold. Like,
Dunkin' Donuts food is always still cold.
See?
Always.
Dunkin'. Except for that day when you brought me the hash browns. They were popping. They were crispy. They were perfect. Like, they were fully cooked.
They could fuck that up.
Hello. But a sign. Let me see.
Because I'm going to say, if she don't give me a sign, I'm going to lean with Scorpio.
I'm going to say, okay.
Because that's what she said. She said she don't like y'all.
All right, look.
You didn't hear from me.
I was gonna say the other one I was gonna say was Gemini, but because you said Scorpio, like, okay, we could pick between two, Gemini or Scorpio, one of them two.
I don't know many Scorpios at all.
Okay.
And I only know like one Gemini.
Okay. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. He cool. So I don't know.
So I guess let's just go with Scorpio. Fuck it.
You heard it here first. She don't like y'all.
Oh, wait, hold on.
That's what she said.
But y'all also heard that I'm an in-between person. I probably won't like you, but I'm gonna fuck with you. But I'm not gonna fuck with you that much. So
just a little bit. Okay. We're gonna end it off with our trivia.
Okay.
Are you ready? We're two side cards deep.
And a white Henny shot. So let's see. Trivia, you're going to have 60 seconds from the time that I read the first question. Okay.
Pass if you don't know. The goal is to get as many right as possible.
Okay.
You will get one bonus question after the time is done.
Okay.
Here are your categories. Rock and pop, TV and film, fun and games, people and places, science and nature, past and present.
Ooh, okay. I gotta pick one, right?
One category.
Fuck it, let's do fun and games.
All right, fun and games it is. Let's see what we got.
I'm nervous. My hands are sweating.
You should be a little nervous. This shit is not easy. Let me tell you something.
Yeah, that's why I didn't pick science and nature because they're gonna fuck around and be like, yo, what kind of tree is this? I don't know.
People didn't think about it when they picked their categories. Okay. You ready?
Let's go. Wait, timer.
No, yeah, after the first question.
Oh, okay.
What is the most watched sporting event in the U.S.?
Basketball.
No.
What?
Pass if you don't know.
Oh, pass. I could keep going? Okay.
Yeah, pass. Cool.
Just fuck it, pass.
Pass. In basketball, what is the term for a close range shot using one hand to bank the ball off the backboard?
A dunk?
Nope.
Fuck. Pass. Go.
First run in 1875. What is considered the most famous of all horse races?
I thought this was going to be like multiple choice or something. Pass.
Which sport was invented in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith?
Pass.
What is the highest number on a roulette wheel?
What the fuck? Pass.
In what TV game show do contestants give their answers in the form of a question?
Pass.
Which NFL team has the Seahawks as their mascot?
Something Seahawks.
Yes, I gave you Seahawks. Pull. Which Japanese term, literally meaning empty orchestra, is used to describe a form of entertainment that is popular worldwide?
Opera?
No.
Pass.
Pass. All right. Bonus question. Which word used informally in golf and in some other sports means a second chance given to a player who has made a blunder.
I feel like I know this one, but I just pass it. Fuck it.
That's it, girl.
When they said fun and games, I thought we were talking about like actual fun. You over here talking about fucking basketball, 1980. What? Like,
more sports than I thought. That was a lot.
Hey, listen.
you know what? I should have done science and nature.
Luck of the draw, baby. Luck of the
Whatever.
draw. Oh, another one bites the
Yo,
dust.
that's crazy.
You tried.
I tried.
You never know what you're gonna get. Like the categories really do give you that option to kind of think that you're gonna know something.
Yes, because
And you
that's why I was
think
like,
you're
I'm gonna
gonna
just
know
go with
something.
fun and games. Like, no, I should have just went with something else. Like,
Future guests, please.
y'all better
Yeah.
brush
Do a
up
little
on everything.
brush up on everything you think you need to.
Read the dictionary, because you don't need it.
Okay, Jen. Thank you, my love.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Oh my god.
Please
I
let
love
them
it here.
know. I love it here. That's why I'm actually like I'm post 1 week, so I'm gonna
Look,
see her
my
next
nails look
week.
like this, so yours could look like that. No, I'm just kidding. My nails look like this because I was in school and I just finished school and I'm already done and now I could do my nails. So
And
I'm
she
about to do
said
my
never
nails.
again.
And I was gonna do them last night, but I was too tired.
It's
So
fine.
we here.
Hardworking girl, we be tired.
Yeah.
But remember, these are my nails. Don't look how Ashley am. These are my nails.
Right, and come
that's
see me.
all her. Period. Come see her. What are all your socials? Where can they find you? Tell them how to book you.
All right, if you guys want to book me, y'all pull up to Instagram or TikTok, and y'all gonna see my work on there. It's gonna be at No Acrylic. And if you guys want to book me, the link is in the bio. All the information is there. Y'all not even. You know what's so funny? I have the phone number there, so you guys could text me if you guys have a question, or you guys could DM me. I'm not one of them people that be talking about no DMs.
Yeah, now she responds.
No, DM
she
me.
does.
I don't respond immediately, but I do respond.
Give her a couple
Right,
hours.
not too much on me.
Just give her a
Not
couple
too
hours.
much.
But she will respond.
Yeah, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, you guys could reach out to me. I would be more than happy to help you. I am not gonna shy you away, none of that. Like,
I'm gonna shy you away. Do not take my fucking spot.
that's what she's gonna shy you away for. Don't take
Oh
her
my
spot.
god.
Let her book first.
As you saw in the bio, you see her work is clean. You see her work is fire. She has a beautiful home studio where you feel very comfortable, very relaxed.
And I would love to say that when you guys do come to your appointment is your appointment. If you need to work while you're getting your nails done, then you work. If you need to answer a phone call, you answer that phone call. This is part of you booking with a private nail tech, is for you to feel comfortable. You getting your nails done while doing whatever the hell you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You
pull up and be comfortable.
And all that. Yeah, no, like you can come and yap too, because as y'all know, I'm a certified yapper.
I'm also a part-time therapist when y'all come. So.
Whole time. Oh my god! When the episode will go on for another 30 minutes if I've talked to you about the things that I have come in and complained to Jen about. But we're gonna end it here. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the next episode. And again, thank you, Jen.
Thank you for having me.